another good look at her today, but she parades in nice order. Here's the 4, Unconventional Lady from the Nat McCall stable at the Sunshine Coast. Tiff Brooker to ride gate 7, 56 kilos. A mare by Love Conquers All. She was a good maiden winner over 1,400 here, 2 starts back. Look, things went wrong at the Sunshine Coast. Last start was in restricted room at the 800, was under pressure from the 600. I think maybe some issues there in the run, so Forgive there can improve here. 5 is Bonagura from the Jared Wheelo stable at Rockhampton. Adrian Late to ride from gate 1, 54.5 kilos. He's nearly ready to win this horse. He's been knocking on the door. He's been threatening to win. He's loomed into his races. Just hasn't quite finished it off, but he gets his chance today in Parade Super. 6 is Vana Star from the Kevin Miller stable at Rockhampton. Jackson Murphy to ride gate 6, 54.5 kilos. Been consistent, a winner first up over 1,500 metres, and then has been battling away recent runs in similar grades, so definitely worth some consideration here. 7 is It Must Be Love from the Glenn Richardson stable at Gympie. Hannah Richardson to ride gate 4 on the minimum. Mare by Divine Prophet. She's had the 3 runs back. She's just struggling. Gympie Nanango went to the Sunshine Coast last start. There was a lot of excuses, race wide majority, so needs to race better here, but drawn better as well. And the 8 to round them out is She's Our Empress from the Jenny Bell stable at Claremont. Emma Bell to ride gate 2. She'll ride a half over at 54.5 kilos. Been going okay, this horse. Wasn't a bad run behind Money Muncher last start at McCall over the 15-60 in Class 3 grade. So definitely back in the right sort of grade today. That's a look at them from the Mounting Yard, race 3 at Rockhampton. dollars, but there is some good support coming for Bonagura as well. 460 into around the 420 mark just in the last couple of minutes. So this is race 3. It's a Class 1 handicap over 1,600 metres. And my numbers, 1, 5, 6 and 3. I'm with the one under the cap. I just think so well placed here. That run behind Rover's Pepper, very good. Rover's Pepper would be $1.05 in this, and hasn't had any luck last couple at the Sunshine Coast. Gets him with a 57. I think very, very hard to beat. So one under the cap, one of the best of the day for me. Over the 5, Bonagura. I am nervous. I think Bonagura's a chance here. He's had those couple of runs over the mile, so he's definitely fit well, and he gets his chance to win one. Can he run out a strong mile? That's the query at the moment. He looms and just doesn't quite finish it the last couple of runs, but he's fit, as I said, and looks superb. The 6, Vana Star, battling away well in similar races, and the 3, which is Nasha. I'm just not fully sold on her. You don't want to have another few looks before we jump in. 1, 5, 6, 3. One a good thing under the cap. A short time ago, though, I caught up with Adrian Late, the rider of the 5, Bonagura.
I think so, yeah. I rode him, I think it was first up 3 starts back. He needed it. That was 12 or 14, I can't remember. And then he stepped up to the mile. He ran a not a bad run after that. He ran second, I think. Then he ran third. So he's got his foot on the till. Hopefully everything goes his way. He's got a soft draw. Would come out of 1. Shouldn't be too far off him, you wouldn't think, off the speed, and see if he can finish off.
No weight on his back too. So obviously they're persevering with thinking he'll run the mile.
I think so, yeah. He gets him in 54.5 today, so he's sort of weighted to his ability, I suppose. But the favourite will be hard to beat, I presume.
Now, you got to ride Gamboa in the Tat Sprint for Lindsay Hatch. This horse was going really well in Central Queensland not so long ago, so he's probably not the worst.
No, he's not at all. He put in a couple of really good runs in Toowoomba. Then he went, I'm pretty sure it was Kilcoy last start. Did it tough, like he was on the speed all the way, ended up getting to the lead, and he just was wanting late, like they swamped him on the line. But he looks like a tough customer, and we'll see how we go. He's drawn terrible, but hopefully there's enough speed and we can slot in somewhere.
He did have a good ride in the Cutest Jewel. City Mission came out, not 100%, but you picked one up too, Road Trip for Stuart Kendrick, who's not the worst. He's a good chance.
Yeah, I think he's a chance. I went back through all his runs this morning. I think he's looks to be a better horse when he gets down the outside, and he's got a lot of open air. Big track like this, he should get that today, you would think. So, yeah, fingers crossed he does something.
Well, mate, good luck. Hopefully there's a winner there for you.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. And this is one-way traffic. This is now odds on now. Number 1 here, under the cap. That was Adrian Late, of course. He rides Bonagura. Number 5, it's the second best back runner. But this is all about number 1, under the cap. Montana Philpott riding for Stuart Kendrick. $1.95. They just keep on coming for it. Nasha's just getting out to $6. Unconventional Ladies, friendless at 8. But there's also been good money, as you just heard, for number 5, Bonagura. But as I come back to you, Chargy, this is all about number 1, under the cap, very heavily backed.
Yeah, the disciples are on. Hopefully doesn't disappoint under the cap. I just want to mention quickly the very sad passing of a Rocky Racing stalwart and Roddy Douglas, not only last Wednesday. So our thoughts with all his family. Was a great man, and I'm sure many will know the great Rod Douglas around these parts. He's been a racing man for a long, long time. So our thoughts with his lovely wife and young fella Anthony and all the family. He'll be a sad loss to Rockhampton and the parts, that's for sure. But they load up well. $1.85 now under the cap. Here's Russell for the third.
Took out the opener. We got under the cap now at 190. The favourite here in race 3. Unconventional Lady goes up. Now we're set. Red light on. 1,600 metres the distance. Ready to jump. Racing. Beautiful start. They jumped as one. It Must Be Loved, Gilbert's Gold, the first 2 to break the liner. Under the cap, showing speed, going to third. Bonagura. She's our Empress, pushes up in the centre, and they've got Nasha 4 deep as they work up the Lakes Creek Road side of the track. Unconventional Lady went back to second last. Back last of all is Vana Star. That's the first call of them as they head towards the 1100er. Nasha was caught out deep. There was no point in sitting there, so the jockeys set it alight, and it raced up on the outside of Gilbert's Gold, and now they're pouring it on. They're too clear. Out 3 deep is Under the Cap. In the centre there is It Must Be Love, and Bonagor is over on the fence. So the favourites 3 deep as they head towards the half mile. She's Our Empress. Vana Star's a long way back in the field. Back last of all, Unconventional Lady. Nasha is the leader as they make tracks towards the corner. 6:50 to go. Sets up with a judge with a break of a length. Gilbert's Gold second. Under the Cap goes to third, but bear in mind it's been 3 deep from the get-go. Bonagor is starting to pick up ground closer to the inside. It Must Be Love. Vana Star, Unconventional Lady, and to the outside is She's Our Empress. Nasha the leader, a length in front. Under the Cap is slowly but surely starting to cut into the margin, coming out after Nasha. Nasha the inside, holding Under the Cap at the moment. Out wide on the track, She's Our Empress, starting to come through on the centre. Unconventional Lady, it could be the one. Unconventional Lady went through, hit the front and landed the money over Vana Star. Third over the line Under the Cap, and fourth, that went to Nasha. Gilbert's Gold, Bonagora, She's Our Empress. Last one over the line, It Must Be Love.
Unconventional Lady for Nat McCall and Tiff Brooker dive through, get your language right, boy, but there's excuses last start. Very good win here, 2 starts back, and just got a lovely run in transit while the favourite was doing it tough. Unconventional Lady was just getting that nice cut into the race, and it was a good ride by Tiff Brooker. Just came with the run, right time of the race. Too good for them. 6 Vana Star, good effort, closed off well to run second. Gee, the favourite just had no luck at all. Caught in the cheap seats all the way Under the Cap. And to his credit, he was there. He boxed on well, but he just had to cover too much ground, didn't he? Nasha has run fourth. Had her chance, Nasha. I thought she was again a little bit plain Jane in the running, but there you go. The right run in the race told the story at the end. Unconventional Lady, Tiff Brooker and Nat McCall. 4, 6, 1 and 3. Oh, Rich, things aren't looking much better than yesterday.